Meanwhile, an outpouring of glowing tributes continue to stream in following the passing of the national chairman of the Kenya Primary School Heads Association, Capture Johnson Nzioka, with President William Ruto mourning him as a distinguished educationist who advocated for the welfare of the head teachers in the country. Nzioka was also the head teacher of Donholm Primary School in Nairobi and served in the education sector for 38 years. Nzioka died in a tragic road accident along the Mombasa Road yesterday. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos has also mourned Nzioka as a dedicated, committed and insightful teacher and leader who aspired to the best for Kenya's educational system. The Kenya National Union of Teachers NAT, Secretary General Collins Soyu and the Teacher Service Commission TSC CEO Nancy Macharia are among those who sent condolences to Nzioka's family and friends. Macharia said Nzioka's leadership legacy will continue throughout his commitment to shaping the future of primary education and his work with more than 8 million learners.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And the family of retired chairperson of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC, Wafula Chebukati, has confirmed that he has been admitted to the intensive care unit of the Nairobi hospital. Chebukati has been undergoing treatment for a yet to be disclosed condition for some time now, but his health is reported to have sharply deteriorated, leading to his admission in the ICU, where he currently remains. The former IEBC boss is said to have frequented the facility for treatment for nearly a week now. More and these updates will be coming in the subsequent bulletins.
Pearl Newsbeat.
In other news, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union KMPDU have issued a 14-day strike notice to the Kericho County government following the failure to implement key agreements regarding healthcare workers. The union is protesting the county's inability to enforce the service plan, the collective bargaining agreement and the return to work formula signed in May 2023. The Kericho branch KMPDU Secretary General Dr. Stephen Mwendi has expressed deep concern over unresolved issues regarding the lack of comprehensive medical covers for the doctors, a matter that has become a key point of contention. This as the Kericho branch KMPDU chairperson Cheriot Rotich also voiced strong dissatisfaction, questioning why the funds to address these concerns were not allocated in the county's budget.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And the Kenyan government has announced plans to allocate 24.9 billion shillings to support programs impacted by the recent freeze on foreign aid by the United States. The freeze, initiated after the administration of President Donald Trump, has particularly affected U.S. aid programs that contribute to critical sectors such as food security, healthcare and poverty alleviation. At a national health summit attended by government officials, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki reassured the public that Kenya is dedicated to ensuring healthcare services remain uninterrupted despite shifts in foreign aid policy. The government has already allocated 2 billion shillings for vaccines, an additional 2.5 billion shillings to counter the effects of the vaccine Allianz Gavi freeze. Officials highlighted the concerns that a reduction in donor funding could result in a rise of 58,495 new infections by 2030. The US currently contributes 24.9 billion shillings to Kenya's health commodity budget, which totals to 79.8 billion shillings.
For the Kenya Kwanza administration, this universal health coverage, Taifa Care, is essentially the most consequential intervention that this government is making. It is personal, every Kenyan and to every household, and given its importance, we are not leaving anything to chance. And I just want to plead with all stakeholders, development partners, government agencies, national government, county governments. We have a moment to make history. Even some of the most advanced economies have struggled with universal health care with mixed successes. Not so much successes. We are determined, not because of anything else, but because we believe this transformation of our country.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And a 40-year-old man has been sentenced to 150 years in prison after he was found guilty of killing his 3 children in 2019 in the Lelaitich area in Bomet County. While giving out the sentence, Bomet High Court Judge Justice Julius Kipkosgei Ngarngar passed a judgment which with each case running for 50 years consecutively. Bernard Kipkemoy Kirui was found guilty of murdering his 3 sons, Amos Kipngetich, Vincent Kiprotich, and Emmanuel Kiprono while their mother was away from home. Justice Ngarngar termed the murders heinous and inhumane, and therefore the sentence will serve as an example to those with intent to commit a similar crime. However, he said that Kirui has 14 days to appeal the sentence. Sharon Cherono, the mother to the deceased, applauded the judgment and thanked the court for serving justice.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And across the borders, President Donald Trump has asked the Supreme Court to allow him to fire the head of an independent ethics agency that protects whistleblowers, federal employees. He has filed an emergency appeal to the country's highest court to rule on whether he can fire Hampton Dellinger, head of the U.S. Office of Special Counsel. It is thought to be the first case related to Trump's blizzard of executive actions to reach the highest court. Trump has also cut more than a dozen inspectors general at the various federal agencies and fired thousands of employees across the U.S. government.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.